Well, Hollywood legend Robert Redford has died at the age of 89, with tributes flowing in from all over the world.
The world mourning the loss of legendary actor and director Robert Redford.
With his stunning looks and on-screen magnetism, Robert Redford was one of the last links to the golden age of Hollywood.
On September 16, 2025, the world bid farewell to a true icon. Robert Redford, at 89, passed away peacefully in the Utah mountains, a place that had long been both his sanctuary and his inspiration. For decades, Redford was more than just an actor or director. He was a symbol of artistry, integrity, and quiet influence, leaving a legacy that touched countless lives. Among those most profoundly affected were 6 remarkable women, actresses who had shared screens, moments, and memories with him. Each of them expressed grief, admiration, and love, offering glimpses of the man behind the legend. Today, we honor his memory by revisiting their heartfelt tributes, exploring the emotions, stories, and connections that made Robert Redford unforgettable. Number 1. Jane Fonda. Jane Fonda and Robert Redford shared a connection that went far beyond the bright lights of Hollywood. Their friendship, which blossomed over nearly 6 decades, was a blend of mutual admiration, shared ideals, and countless quiet moments behind the scenes that the public never saw. While many knew them only as iconic stars, those close to them understood the depth of their bond, one built on respect, trust, and a shared commitment to causes larger than themselves. Their first collaboration began with Barefoot in the Park in 1967. A film that showcased not only their undeniable on-screen chemistry, but also the beginning of a lasting connection. Over the years, their paths crossed repeatedly, both professionally and personally, in film premieres, charitable events, and activism campaigns. Jane often spoke of Redford not just as a co-star, but as a mentor and a steadfast friend, someone whose intelligence, integrity, and kindness left an indelible mark on her life. When news of Redford's passing reached her, Jane's grief was immediate and deeply felt. In a heartfelt tribute, she shared, "It hit me hard this morning when I read that Bob was gone. I can't stop crying. He meant so much to me and was such a beautiful person in every way. He stood for an America we must keep fighting for." Her words painted a vivid portrait of a man who was not only a cinematic legend, but also a moral and emotional anchor to those who knew him. Jane's sorrow was matched by her gratitude for having experienced his presence in her life. Through her reflection, audiences saw the humanity behind the icon, a man whose legacy extended far beyond his films, touching the hearts of those around him with warmth, guidance, and unspoken generosity. For Jane, Robert Redford was more than a friend or colleague. He was a steady presence, a symbol of grace, and a figure whose absence would be deeply mourned. Number 2. Meryl Streep. Meryl Streep and Robert Redford shared a quiet yet profound bond forged through artistry and mutual respect. Their paths crossed on the set of Out of Africa in 1985, a film that demanded emotional depth, subtlety, and trust between actors. While Streep had already established herself as a formidable presence in Hollywood, Redford brought a calming gravitas and steady professionalism that left a lasting impression on everyone around him. For Meryl, he was more than a co-star. He was a mentor, a peer, and, above all, a friend whose integrity and dedication inspired those lucky enough to work alongside him. Beyond the cameras, Redford's influence was subtle but enduring. Streep often recalled how his thoughtful approach to acting, the patience, the preparation, the ability to listen and respond, elevated every scene and every performance. He had a way of guiding others without imposing, creating a safe space where creativity could flourish. This generosity of spirit left a mark not only on Streep's craft, but on her understanding of collaboration and artistry. When news of his death reached her, Streep's grief was immediate and heartfelt. In a simple yet powerful tribute she shared, "One of the great lions has passed. Rest in peace, my dear friend." People, September 16, 2025. Her words, brief yet profoundly emotional, captured the magnitude of the loss. Calling him a great lion spoke to his strength, his commanding presence, and the respect he earned across generations of actors and audiences alike. In that single line, Streep conveyed both sorrow and reverence, honoring a man whose life and work had touched hers in ways that words could scarcely capture. For Meryl Streep, Robert Redford was not just a cinematic legend. He was a guiding light, a testament to integrity and craft, and a friend whose absence would be deeply felt, a reminder that even icons leave behind an irreplaceable human imprint. Number 3. Barbra Streisand. Barbra Streisand and Robert Redford shared one of Hollywood's most iconic on-screen pairings in The Way We Were in 1973. Their collaboration was electric, blending passion, subtlety, and the unspoken tension that made their performances unforgettable. But behind the cameras, Streisand often spoke of Redford as more than a co-star. He was a partner in the truest sense, someone who brought intelligence, empathy, and a gentle professionalism that elevated everyone around him. Their time together wasn't just about making a film, it was about creating something lasting, a connection that resonated well beyond the final cut. Streisand recalled the experience with warmth and nostalgia, painting a portrait of a man whose presence was inspiring and uplifting. She remembered the long days on set, the shared focus on crafting authentic performances, and the laughter and camaraderie that made working with him feel like a rare privilege. Redford's ability to blend charm with seriousness, humor with humility, left a lasting impression not only on Streisand, but on all who worked alongside him. When Robert Redford passed away, Streisand shared a heartfelt tribute that captured the depth of her admiration. Working with Bob in The Way We Were was a joy. Every day on set was exciting and intense. He was one of a kind, one of the finest actors ever. Her words convey both sorrow and reverence, highlighting the unique brilliance Redford brought to his craft. Calling him one of a kind emphasized his singular presence in Hollywood, a man whose legacy extended far beyond fame or accolades. For Streisand, the loss was deeply personal. He was a collaborator, a muse, and a friend whose impact would never fade. Through her reflection, audiences glimpsed the human side of a legend, a man capable of inspiring not only through his performances, but also through his kindness, humility, and unwavering commitment to excellence. Robert Redford's passing left a void, but in Streisand's tribute, his memory shone brightly, timeless, and irreplaceable. Number 4. Demi Moore. Demi Moore and Robert Redford shared a memorable collaboration in Indecent Proposal in 1993, a film that tested boundaries and showcased their on-screen chemistry. Beyond the cameras, Moore often spoke of Redford as a mentor and a source of calm guidance, someone whose professionalism and warmth made even the most intense scenes feel safe and inspired. For Moore, Redford was more than a co-star. He was a presence that brought both reassurance and encouragement, a rare combination that left a lasting impression on everyone who worked with him. On set, Redford's patience and meticulous approach were evident. He had a way of balancing authority with kindness, creating an environment where younger actors could thrive. Moore recalled how his supportive presence helped her navigate the film's emotional complexity, allowing her to take risks and grow as an actor. Inside Out, page 210. His generosity behind the scenes mirrored the depth he brought to his roles. Thoughtful, deliberate, and infused with humanity. When news of his passing reached her, Moore shared a heartfelt tribute that captured both grief and admiration. The world has lost an incredible actor, director, husband, father, and friend. Robert's legacy will live on forever, and I'll always carry our memories close to my heart. Oh, what I'd give for one more dance. People, September 16, 2025. In those words, Moore revealed a mixture of sorrow and longing, a desire to relive the moments that had defined their connection, both on and off screen. The One More Dance speaks not only to their cinematic partnership, but to the personal bond and mutual respect they shared. Through her reflection, audiences glimpse the deeply human side of Redford, a man whose impact extended far beyond film, shaping careers, nurturing talent, and leaving memories that those closest to him would treasure forever. For Demi Moore, his absence is a poignant reminder of a presence that was truly irreplaceable. Number 5. Scarlett Johansson. Scarlett Johansson's early career was shaped by opportunities that tested her talent and resolve, and one of the most formative experiences came when she worked with Robert Redford in The Horse Whisperer in 1998. At a young age, Johansson found herself alongside a legend whose presence was at once commanding and reassuring. Redford's quiet guidance and patient mentorship left a profound impact on her development as an actress, teaching lessons she would carry throughout her life and career. On set, Redford's approach was subtle but transformative. He listened, observed, and gently guided, allowing younger actors to discover their own rhythms while providing a steady anchor. Johansson often reflected on his ability to balance professionalism with warmth, creating an environment where creativity could flourish without fear or pressure. In every scene, he modeled how dedication, empathy, and respect could coexist with brilliance, leaving an indelible mark on everyone he worked with. When news of Redford's passing reached her, Johansson shared a heartfelt tribute. He was patient, warm, kind on set, and taught me what acting could be. Entertainment Weekly, September 17, 2025. These simple words carry immense weight, revealing the profound respect and affection she held for him. Through her reflection, audiences glimpse the human dimension of Redford, a man whose legacy is measured not only by the films he created, but by the people he inspired and nurtured along the way. For Johansson, Redford was not merely a director or co-star, he was a mentor, a guiding presence, and a friend whose influence extended far beyond the set. His teachings, kindness, and unwavering commitment to his craft shaped her understanding of acting and artistry. His absence is deeply felt, yet his lessons live on in those he touched, a testament to the enduring impact of a man whose life and career inspired generations of actors. Number 6. Marlee Matlin. Marlee Matlin's admiration for Robert Redford extended far beyond his performances on screen. As the founder of the Sundance Film Festival, Redford created a platform that transformed independent cinema, and Matlin's career benefited from his unwavering support of fresh voices and bold storytelling. To her, Redford was not just an actor or director. He was a champion of art, a pioneer who believed in the power of film to inspire, challenge, and connect people across the world. Matlin often spoke of Redford with a sense of gratitude and reverence. His dedication to nurturing new talent and providing opportunities for unheard voices reflected a rare generosity of spirit. For Matlin, this was more than professional mentorship. It was a demonstration of character, a commitment to leaving the world richer than he found it. She credited Redford and Sundance with helping films like CODA gain recognition, showing his influence reached far beyond the camera. When Redford passed, Matlin shared a brief but deeply meaningful tribute. "A genius has passed. Rest in peace, Robert." People, September 16, 2025. In just a few words, she conveyed profound loss, respect, and admiration. The phrase, "a genius has passed," captures both the magnitude of his talent and the impact he had on the film industry, particularly for those striving to tell their own stories. For Marlee Matlin, Redford's legacy is enduring. In the films he made, the artists he championed, and the countless lives he touched through his vision. His death leaves a void, but her tribute reminds audiences that Redford's influence will continue to ripple through generations. Even in passing, he inspired dedication, artistry, and compassion, leaving a mark that is as personal as it is monumental. Robert Redford's passing marked the end of an era, not just in Hollywood, but in the hearts of those who knew him personally. From Jane Fonda's tearful remembrance to Meryl Streep's reverent words calling him a great lion, each tribute revealed a man whose influence was as deep as it was wide. Barbra Streisand recalled the joy of working alongside him. Demi Moore spoke of moments she wished could be relived. Scarlett Johansson cherished his mentorship, and Marlee Matlin honored his visionary legacy through Sundance. Together, these 6 women paint a portrait of a man who was not only a cinematic legend, but also a mentor, a friend, and an inspiration. Through their reflections, we see the many dimensions of Redford's life, the artistry, the generosity, and the humanity that made him unforgettable. His legacy lives on in the films he created, the artists he nurtured, and the hearts he touched. If you were moved by these stories, take a moment to honor his memory by subscribing and sharing this video. Let us remember Robert Redford, not just for the roles he played on screen, but for the lives he touched off it. A true legend whose influence will echo for generations.